We will start with the invocation. Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnanapradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hithataya Tattva Bodho Bhidhiyate. So this is the invocation. Until now what we have seen in the last session, we saw what was Sadhana Chatushtayam. This was the verse we saw in the last session. साधन चतुष्टयम् किम् नित्यानित्यवस्तु विवेकः इहामुत्रार्थ फल भोग विरागः शमादि षट्क संपत्तिः मुमुक्षुत्वम् चेति. So in this we discussed 4 things. What was sadhana chatushtayam was a question that was asked. Nitya nitya vastu vivekah. The discrimination between lasting and unlasting things, which is also known as viveka. That is the first point of the sadhana chatushtayam, which is the 4-fold qualification to begin reading this text. So that was one was viveka. And the second is vairagya, which was iha mutrartha pala bhoga viragaha. So no attachment or desire for enjoying the fruits of the works either here or in other lokas. Then they talked about the Shat Sampattihi, which was the 6 treasures. Shamaha, control of the mind. Damaha, control of the senses. Uparamaha, which was the continued control of the senses and the mind. Titiksha, patience. Shraddha, faith. Samadhanam is fixation on the goal. And they also added Mumukshutvam, which was the 4th of the 4 qualities. That is the intense desire to be free or the desire for liberation. So now the question will come. Okay, if you say that I have to have the sadhana chatushtayam, I don't have the sadhana chatushtayam to begin with, to start the study of the text. So what is the answer that is given is, if you have come to the study of such a spiritual text, that means you have little of these qualities definitely. And more of these can be developed as you study the text. As you go into the spiritual path, all this viveka, vairagya, mumukshutvam, the shat sampattis will be developed as you go into these texts. So you will develop it as we progress. And it is like the cooking. What is sadhana chatushtayam? It is the cooking before the eating. The cooking takes so much time, right? It takes 2 hours, but the eating takes only 5 minutes. So the cooking, the preparation process is the most difficult and the laborious process. So this is sadhana chatushtayam, but everybody has in different percentages all these qualities. If you have come here today, that means you have these qualities in you. And what we will try to do is develop these qualities as we progress. Next verse. Nitya nitya vastu vivekah kaha nitya vastvekam brahma tadvyatiriktam sarvamanityam ayameva nitya nitya vastu vivekah. So this is the verse. So we will break it up and see what it means. Here he says nitya nitya vastu vivekah kaha. In the previous verse we were introduced nitya vastu, anitya vastu. Something is lasting, something is unlasting. It is not permanent. So what is the discrimination? Viveka is the discrimination between this lasting and the unlasting thing. So now what is this discrimination is the question being asked by the student. Nitya, anitya, vastu, vivekah, kaha. What is it? Like that is he's asking. What is this viveka? Then the answer is given. Nitya vastvekam brahma. Nitya vastu ekam brahma. Nitya vastu means the lasting thing, whatever that vastu, that thing that we call lasting, nitya vastu is called Brahma. It's called Brahma. That's all is the answer given. We don't need to know more than this at this point. Next line, it follows Tat Vyatiriktam. Tat Vyatiriktam Sarvam Anityam. Tat Vyatiriktam means that which is other than that. Vyatiriktam. Whatever is other than that. Sarvam, all. Anityam. It is not the permanent thing. So the answer is given. There is a lasting thing which is known as the Brahma. And then the things other than this lasting thing, everything is impermanent. Like that, the answer is given. Then the next phrase, Ayameva nitya nitya vastu vivekah. So this is the discrimination between the lasting and the unlasting. So that is what is being told here. But how we have to take it is, at this point, for the learner, you just have to know there is one lasting thing known as Brahma. That analysis we will do later. But now what the person who is learning or the student has to learn at this point is that Sarvam Anityam. Everything else is false. Everything else is impermanent. Other than the Brahman, everything else is impermanent. That is the teaching or the learning that at this point the learner must get. That other than the Brahman, Sarvam Anityam. So that is a knowledge that we need at this point. We don't need to know everything about the Brahman. We don't need to know, everything about the truth. But okay, the objects in this world are Anityam. Like how we can say, whether you are seeking objects like Atta, then Kama, you have desires, pleasures, Kama. That is also Anityam. And even with Dharma, when you get Punya, that is also not lasting. Even if you will go to Swargaloka, there also you will be there for a finite period of time and you have to come back. So nothing will be lasting through these three modes, Atta, Kama and Dharma. Only moksha, which is the lasting thing. All that we will come to later. But at this point, we need to know that these three methods are there, three purusharthas rather. They are not going to give you the lasting happiness. So that's the knowledge we need to get. And how do we get to know that the world is unlasting? It is through several pramanams. That is, through several ways we can come to know that this world is impermanent. How we know? From the Shruti or the Vedas. So in Upanishads, the lasting and the unlasting has been talked about in great detail. Even in the Kathopanishad that we saw a little bit earlier, Nachiketa asks Yamadharmaraja, tell me the truth about life. And Yamadharmaraja says, no, great people also are not able to understand these concepts. So you go away, I will give you wealth, I will give you a long life. All that I will give you, just go and enjoy. But Nachiketa says, no, this is not permanent. I know that. That's why I want to know the truth. So in these kind of Upanishads, it is being talked about. When you read the Upanishads, you will come to know about that. What is the second way to know? Smritis. Smritis is like Puranas. Even Bhagavad Gita is classified as a Smriti. So in Bhagavad Gita also, Lord Krishna says, Anityam asukam lokam imam prapya bhajasvama. He says that therefore, having come to this transcendental and joyless world, engage in remembering me. So in 9.33 he said that. So in these kind of scriptures, we come to know that the world is not permanent. And then yukti or logic from observation and reflection. If I keep a banana on the table, is it going to be the same? No. In 3 days, it is going to be rotten. Similar with all relationships. Whatever great relationship you have, there will be a change in it. Or the person may go away somewhere, or the person may die. So nothing is permanent in this world. So through three things we can come to know that everything is not permanent. One is Shruti, the Vedas. Second is the Smritis. And then the third is Yukti or logic. And how do we get this Vivekam? We will see that in detail. Even in the first chapter, we will see what is preventing us from getting this Vivekam. It is two operators in the mind. It is called Raga and Dvesha. So, Raga and Dvesha are two operators. In next class itself, we'll see this in a bit detail. So, these two operators or vrittis, these thoughts operate in our mind. Raga is what? It is attachment. And Dvesha is what? Hatred. Dvesha is not liking something. So these two operators which operate in our mind will prevent us from getting the Viveka. And how we can prevent it, we are going to see in the course of Bhagavad Gita. With Viveka, what else can we obtain? With Viveka, we can obtain Vairagya. Only Viveka will lead to saying, no, I don't want to spend my time and energy on these unlasting things. Viveka will also tell you that I want moksha, mumukshutvam. It will give you mumukshutvam. It will give you vairagya and it will also give you mumukshutvam. So how to develop this? Viveka first, then we go to vairagya, then mumukshutvam. All this we are going to see in the course of Bhagavad Gita and also this text called Tattva Bodha. I'll repeat this verse again. Nitya nitya vastu vivekah kaha नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः कः नित्यवस्त्वेकम् ब्रह्म नित्यवस्त्वेकम् ब्रह्म तद्व्यतिरिक्तम् सर्वमनित्यम् अयमेव नित्यानित्यवस्तुविवेकः